But we got some tweets on the Michael Lee conversation. Russell was listening, and he said, I enjoyed Michael's perspective on rebuilding, quote-unquote, from the middle on Craig's show on the Team 980. Russell loves to tag everybody. Appreciate that. Chris, I'm sure the Wizards fans on Twitter, along with all the NBA GM geniuses, would disagree. I think that's mischaracterizing the opinion of the wide majority of people, but Russell loves him a straw man argument. Hi, Chris, resident of Hell Cesspool. That's this guy's Twitter handle, or his name, at Fat Poet 10. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man. I just read what's in front of me. We're a little anchor manny right now. Great interview with Michael. I think he has changed my mind on this Wiz rebuild. I think Russell might be right. They may want to win 30 games or more to help build a winning mindset. I'm not going to hear the end of this. See, Russell, some people agree with you. Here's what I would say. This will stun people, but I'm going to try to give a little bit more nuanced take because God forbid anything I say be easy to understand. I don't think the number of wins matters. Hot take. Pew. Sound the alarm. Hoffman hot take. We should have an alarm for that. That's actually kind of a funny bit. Just came up with that one on the fly. I don't think whether you actually win games matters. That's kind of the point. The point is not the actual results in the beginning. The point is how you play, how you build. It is, to me, the front office's job to assemble a roster that is not good enough to win a lot of games so that you get the draft picks you need to accumulate the talent you need to win championships. It is on the coaching staff and the leadership within a locker room to approach every single day, not as a team trying to win basketball games, but as a team that is trying to get better. And that is a really different and important mindset. And by the way, it's the one that actually also works when you are a championship caliber team. The Warriors don't go in every day necessarily going, we got to win a championship today. They go in going, we got to get better because the standard is not championship because you don't know what that standard is. That's a moving target. If everybody else in the league gets hurt, you don't actually have to be that good to win a championship. You just have to be lucky. Everybody's healthy. The championship, oh God, we prepared for the lucky version. Then you're screwed. Your goal should be as a high performer against yourself. Are you better than you were yesterday? Did you do the things you need to do to lay down your head on the pillow at night and say, I did what I was supposed to today with the proper effort and intensity and focus to actually achieve my goals when I repeat this process time and time again? Process over results. And if in doing that, you accidentally overachieve and win 35 games and wind up with the 9th pick next year and it goes to the Knicks, that's probably going to hurt, but okay. As an organization, you live with that. You might try to abandon ship at the end of the season. Hey, you got a little bit of an ankle. Wink, wink. You're going to shut it down, Jordan Poole. You're going to shut it down, whoever else, and you basically run out a G League roster to try to secure your draft spots. That's a front office decision. That's good franchise management. But the individual players, Jordan Poole's coming here to ball out and get himself on a contender, whether he creates one or whether he gets traded to one. And what Jordan brings from Golden State is hopefully like a routine and an expectation of like, oh, I don't know how to be a pro any other way because this is how Steph did it, and that's what he taught me. It's how Draymond taught me before we didn't really like each other that much anymore because he tried to break my face. It's what Klay does. It's what those guys learned from Andre Iguodala and Jared Jack before them. It's what they learned from David Lee. Really important pieces in that Warriors dynasty that didn't necessarily play. Some did, some didn't. On the actual championship teams. And so it's building a culture that doesn't have a number on it. It's not about, oh, they won 22 games in 2023. That's a failure or a success. It's they got better. They showed up. They put in the work. They worked hard. They perhaps had some players who were overexposed. Corey Kispert's going to be asked to be one of the top scorers potentially. That's not a role that actually suits him on a championship team, and that's how you lose. But if Corey gives it his best each and every day, that's a success. I hope I explained that well, because that's going to be really important to keep in mind. It's not about, in these first 1, 2, maybe even 3 years, wins or losses, especially in year one. It's about effort. It's about intention. It's about intensity. It's about developing good habits, and eventually those things will lead to wins. But right now, it's kind of on the front office to not go acquire a couple of guys who could push you from 32 to 38 wins because they have veteran know-how at the expense of younger players gaining valuable experience that's going to help them be players who can push you to 40 and ultimately 45, and then, God forbid, in Wizards franchise history, 50 wins moving forward.
This is The Hoffman Show on the Team 980 and the Odyssey app.